If you have a WordPress website, then it is a good idea to back up your website from time to time. Now, what do I mean by backup? So the fundamental idea of backing up your WordPress website is that you copy your WordPress files and databases from the point your website was working perfectly. So in the future, if you face any errors or if you cannot access certain pages of your website, then you can restore your backup and your website will be working perfectly. In this video, we are going to show you some really easy methods through which you can back up your WordPress website. So let's get started. So this is my WordPress dashboard. So let me show you how my website looks currently. So I'm using a Blocksy theme. It looks like this right now. So I want to back up this website. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And from here, go to plugins and then click on add new. And we're going to install a plugin called UpdraftPlus. I'm going to search for it over here. And this is the plugin that we're looking for. So I'm going to click on install now. As you can see that UpdraftPlus has over 3 million active installations, and it is compatible with our current version of WordPress. And it is a very popular plugin for backing up your website files. Okay, it's installed. Now I'm going to click on activate. UpdraftPlus has been installed. So it says that press here to start. So you can go to settings from manually, or you can click on this button over here. So I'm clicking on this button. As you can see, this is a tour that says your first backup. To make a simple backup to your server, press this button, or to set up regular backups and remote storage, go to settings. So I'm not going to go through the entire tour, but you can go through this tour. I'm going to end this. I want to make a simple backup. To do that, I'm just going to click on this backup now button. And it says that include your database in the backup, include your files in the backup. Okay, so I'm going to back up. As you can see, UpdraftPlus is backing up my website right now. So our backup is complete right now. So if you scroll down, you can see the existing backups. It states the current date and it shows you the database, plugins, themes, uploads, and others. If I click on restore right now, what it will do is restore my website to this backup, to this point. I can also delete it or view log. So that is how you can quickly back up your website. So what if you want to back up at a regular interval or automatically back up your website? For example, you might not have time to log into your WordPress website and back up regularly. So you can actually use UpdraftPlus to automatically back up your website from time to time. So to do that, go to settings. So from here, you can see the files backup schedule is set to manual. Also, the database backup schedule is set to manual. So I'm going to click on this drop down. And I want to set weekly or say monthly. It depends on how often you make changes to your website. So if you make a lot of changes, you can select daily or you can select every 12 hours. It depends on how much you customize your website. I want to only select monthly. And for the database, I want to select monthly as well. And it says that retain this many scheduled backups, and it is set to number 2. So your WordPress files will be backed up 2 times, and when it backups for the 3rd time, it will delete the first backup. So I'm happy with this, but if you want, you can set it to 3. It completely depends on you. I will set it at 2. Then you have to select the storage where you want to store your backup. So UpdraftPlus has a vault with a very large space where you can store your backups safely, but it requires the premium version of UpdraftPlus. So I'm going to only choose Google Drive. All right. After that, if you scroll down, you can see some settings of Google Drive over here, and you actually have to sign in with Google and select the space where you want to save your data. So I'm going to sign in with Google, leave site, and here I'm going to select one of my Google accounts. And you can see that this message says that this will allow UpdraftPlus to see and download all your Google Drive files, see, edit, create, and delete only the specific Google Drive files you use with this app. So I'm going to allow this. To complete your setup for Google Drive, press the button below. This will take you back to the UpdraftPlus settings on the site. You will be able to send backups to Google Drive. Okay, so I'm going to complete this setup. Alright, that's it. Now we have a scheduled backup running. So every month, UpdraftPlus is going to back up my WordPress website files and databases and store it to our Google Drive. So that is how you can actually back up your website. Now, how do you restore your website? Say I have a problem. So let's go to my pages. And what if I delete my home page? So I'm going to click on trash. So my home page is deleted. Now, if I access my website, you can see the home page is gone, right? So let's go back to our website and go to settings and then click on UpdraftPlus backups. And this is the backup we made earlier. So I'm going to click on this restore button and I'm going to select plugins, themes, uploads, others, database, everything. And then I'm going to click on next. So it says that the backup archive files have been successfully processed. Now press restore again to proceed. So I'm going to click on restore. And now it's going to restore my website. So just wait for a few seconds. And that's it. My restoration is completed. So I'm going to click on this return to UpdraftPlus configuration. And my site is restored. After restoring a backup with UpdraftPlus, you need to delete the old directories using the option that appears on the dashboard. Use that option and conclude the restore process. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how our website looks right now. So I'm going to click on Visit Site. And as you can see, my home page has been restored. So that is how you can quickly restore your website using UpdraftPlus. If you don't want to use the UpdraftPlus plugin, there's a few other ways through which you can back up your WordPress website. So for that, we need to access our cPanel. So let's go to our cPanel. Okay, so here we are in our cPanel. Your cPanel might look different because you might be using a different theme. For our case, we are using the Jupyter theme. So if you want to change the theme, simply click on this themes drop-down box and select the paper lantern. And you can see that this is how your theme looks. But we are going to use the Jupyter theme. Alright, so this is the Jupyter theme, and once you come to your cPanel, what you have to do is scroll down. In the file section, you can see there's the file manager, there's the backup wizard. So there's two ways you can back up your WordPress files using the cPanel. So the first method I want to show you is the manual method. So what you have to do is access your file manager. And from here, you can see your website files. So go to the folder where your WordPress website files are. So in our case, it is the public_HTML. This is the default folder where your website files are usually stored. So I'm going to access it. And here are all our WordPress files. So simply click on Select All and then click on Compress. And then you have to select your compression type. So we want the zip archive. And then we're going to click on Compress Files. So give it a few moments. It's compressing all your WordPress files into a zip file. Alright, so all your files have been compressed. Now simply click on Close. And this compressed file consists of all your WordPress files. So you can simply right click on this and click on Download, and you can download this on your computer. Next, we actually have to back up our database as well. As this is just the file, this is not our entire backup. So let's go back to the cPanel. And from here, scroll down to the database section and click on PHP My Admin. Now here we are in our PHP My Admin. So on the left hand side you will find all your databases. So for us, this is our database that we want to download. So I'm going to click on this and you will see all the tables of your database over here. But we want to backup. So simply click on this export button over here. And from here you can select either quick or custom. We are going to select the quick. And for format, we want to download the SQL. That is the basic format. So click on go. And you will see that your database will download. So after your database download is complete, now you have your WordPress files and you have your database SQL file also. So copy those two files and keep them under a same folder. So that is how you can manually back up your WordPress website. Next, you can actually automatically back up your WordPress website. So scroll down. You have seen earlier this backup and backup wizard. Both of them are actually the same thing, but the backup wizard takes care of all of these really quickly. So I'm going to select the backup wizard. And from here you can see there are two options. One is the backup and the other one is the restore. It is important to mention that you cannot do a full backup restore from cPanel. To restore your backup from cPanel, you have to make partial backups and restore those partial backups. But your hosting support team can do a full backup restore. Usually, customers don't have access to full backups restore in cPanel. So first, let's try to back up our website. So I'm going to click on backup. And you can see there's two options as well. One is the full backup or the partial backup. So for the partial backup, you can actually select which part do you want to back up, either the home directory, which is the public_HTML folder that we have seen earlier in the file manager, and the MySQL databases is the part where you can back up your database. If you want to do a full backup restore of your website through cPanel, then you can select the partial backups. But for now, we are going to select full backup. So click on this full backup button. And from here, you can see the backup destination is the home directory, and here is your email address. So just click on this button if you don't want email notification for backup completion. So I don't want any emails, so I don't have to share my email address over here. And it also wants to know backup destination. So you can store it in home directory. If you have a remote FTP server, you can store it there, or you can actually keep it in a secured copy. So I want to keep it in home directory, simple one, and I'm going to click on generate backup. So give it a few moments. The backup wizard is backing up your website files. So after your backup is complete, you can see that a new notification has been added here. You can see that it is the backup and it has today's date. So that is how you can back up your WordPress files using the backup wizard. So you can simply click on this to download your backup. If you want to restore your website from the cPanel, then make partial backups. After you make partial backups, go to the backup wizard and click on the restore button, and then upload the partial backups one by one. And that is how you can restore your website from partial backups from the cPanel. So that is how you can back up your WordPress website using the file manager and the backup wizard. Now there's one more thing that I want to show you before I end this tutorial. So what happens if you face a problem where you cannot even access your WordPress admin login page? So in that case, it gets very difficult to restore your backup. So if that happens, there's three things that you can do. First is to completely uninstall WordPress from your directory. Second, reinstall a fresh copy of WordPress in that directory. And third is to restore your backup. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can restore your backup using UpdraftPlus. So the first thing we need to do is remove our WordPress website. So I use Softaculous to install WordPress. using Softaculous, you can also remove or uninstall your WordPress. So let's click on this WordPress Manager by Softaculous. And here you can see that I have two sites over here. And this is the site that I want to uninstall. So I'm going to click on this Up to Date button. And it brings out all the information of my website. So I'm going to scroll down. And here you can see there are a few options over here. You can also back up your WordPress website using Softaculous and restore it from here as well. But from here, I want to uninstall my WordPress website. So I'm going to click on this button, scroll down, and then I'm going to click on Remove Installation. So I'm going to remove my WordPress installation and reinstall a fresh copy of WordPress, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, so I have installed a fresh copy of WordPress, and here we are in the dashboard. Let's take a look at our website right now. As you can see, everything is gone. So let's restore our backup now. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I'm going to hover my mouse over plugins and then click on Add New. Now we're going to install UpdraftPlus. So I'm going to search over here, and here is UpdraftPlus. I'm going to click on Install now. After it's installed, click on Activate. Okay, so UpdraftPlus has been activated. Now I'm going to go to Settings and then select UpdraftPlus Backups. Okay, since this is a new installation of UpdraftPlus, I don't have any existing backups. So what you have to do is connect your UpdraftPlus to the same Google Drive, and then you have to rescan the remote storage. In that way, it will receive the existing backups. So I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to select Google Drive. And then I'm going to use the same method to sign in with our Google account. Okay, so after that, click on Backup and Restore. And then simply click on Rescan Remote Storage. And as you can see, the backup has been retrieved. Now I can simply click on Restore and select Plugins, Themes, Uploads, Others, Databases, and click on Next. And it's downloading all our files. Okay, so our download is complete. Now I'm going to click on the Restore button, and it's verifying. The restore is successful. Now simply click on Return to UpdraftPlus configuration. And now let's check out our website. So I'm going to click on the Visit Site button, and our WordPress website is restored. Everything is working just perfectly. So basically that is how you can back up your WordPress website, and as you can see how important taking backup is actually. So whenever your website crashes or anything goes wrong, you can always rely on your backup. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If this was, give it a like, share, and subscribe to this channel because it will encourage us to make more helpful videos like this one. So see you next time.